Hey, everybody. Pardon me. We're back with some more Outer Worlds. Evil. Just took our first few steps into Edgewater. And we are already... Alright, we just got Parvati.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Alright.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Alright, fine, goddamn.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Got a sec?
Well, sure, come on out of the elevator, Parvati.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just... Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Sure, it all comes together seamless in his own head. And I reckon he means well, for all that. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. They're neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
Sorry, I got a lot to do.
Yeah, fuck off. Huh? Yeah, fuck off. Let's see. What's going on in here? Goddamn. Oh, this is the fucking... Alright. Oh, hang on a minute. I got a goddamn... Oh, shit. She look. That looks. That's fucking weird. Okay, 4, 7. All right. Yeah, her stuff is actually better. All right, let's see here. All right, let's go to the church.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
What's up, fucking vicar?
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together.
Nope.
Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. I apologize if my advice was wanting. I find many people can find their path when presented with the right questions. To divine a true path out of the Aether takes time. There are calculations to be done, variables to consider. But there is something I'd like to ask if you're venturing outside. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? That's understandable. If you change your mind, I have a regular service at noon. Do, and you'll have my undying gratitude. Of course.
All right, let's see here. So we spoke to the guy in the thing, All right. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Saltuna. God damn, it's 36 degrees outside, guys. 36 degrees. Almost to level 3. God damn. Yeah, sure.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to. Take your time. You need help, just...
Navigation systems have determined this location as Spacer's Choice, designated mechanical repair bay. Attempting to misdirect or confuse a Spacer's Choice mechanical is a punishable offense. Please report damage to navigation systems detected. Attempting to return to designated repair bay. Error.
Here we go! Can't get past that armor!
That's what I needed, god damn it.
Huh? Come out and blast!
Incoming! Royce, nice one! Everyone all right?
Did I find a pristine? Nope. Bitch.
Watch out! Down they go! Everyone all right?
along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Aegea what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Much obliged.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? Really? Now that you mention it, you don't have the look of an indentured laborer about you. Not nearly enough despair in your eyes. I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
Yep.
Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? I can't say I blame you. Reed is positively soporific. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. Well, if it's all the same to you, then you ought to divert power over to us, shut down Reed's cannery, and scrap it for parts. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Well, fuck. Alright, well, I gotta turn the power off to it first. God damn.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
I'm hungry for vengeance.
You trying to get us all in trouble? What do you think you're doing? Carry on.
everybody.
Thought I told you to move along.
Process in.
Here they come! Everyone all right? You got him! I've always wanted to poke around in here.
Wasn't this your lucky fucking day, everybody?
You're fast.
Cyst search. Lethality now reduced.
Let's see here. Let's see.
It's Ramadan's choice. It's Jesus' choice.
Get ready. Nice one. Ah! Ah! Not working. That's the last of them.
I love the Moon Man. What a dump.
The control room should be ahead somewhere and a touch to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
I don't give a shit.
Easy.
Processing, sweeping.
We did it! You took one down!
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty great. Whatever.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
Nine, 13. Yep, yep.
Unexpected.
Two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
You know, provided questions like that are really for other people. People that are not me. That sounds like a question of morality. I don't have any of that. Look.
Get away! You're not real. You're not real.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Adjacent automatic. Target.
Sure, I'll be a filthy fucking drug addict. Let's see.
Where to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Look, I don't really want to think about it.
Incoming!
Dissident found. Nearby bottleneck.
Parvati, get up and quit dicking around, man. What are you doing? Son of a bitch.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? If you're sure. I had to ask.
Be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. To the Ember Vale region. That's Spacer's choice. You guys like eggnog? I actually really like eggnog. A lot of people don't. That's where Adelaide is, right? Okay, well, I'm shutting down the Saltuna plant. So I don't imagine they're going to be real happy with me. And here I am. Okay. Where is Adelaide?
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Sure. There she is.
Do you hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence. Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
I don't know. I might come back and kill her. We'll see. Oh man, everybody's very angry. I can hear them.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it? That power regulator is company property.
Well,
whatever you were hoping to
it's
find
not
down there, I
anymore.
advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. All right, easy now. Let's not do anything we'll regret. I'll order my guards to stand down. Take what you came for and then leave us be.
Yeah, baby.
Stand down, all of you. We're done here.
Fuck off. Bunch of goddamn bladers.
I saw that! What do you think you're doing? I don't have time for this. Move along.
Are we getting paid or not?
Any loss of productivity will be deducted from your pay.
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Got my hands full at the moment. Make it quick, please.
Let's see how the good vicar's doing.
All the lights in town went out. Since then, I've had wild-eyed workers begging my guidance. I'm surprised you would go along with this action, Ms. Holcomb.
I'm not sure what the right and wrong of it is, sir. But leaving the deserters with neither walls nor lights would have left them to the mercy of marauders.
Let's hope walls alone are sufficient, then. You have no idea how many times I've wanted to shout those very words.
Yeah, come on.
You took it upon yourself to decide the fate of strangers. I don't know whether that's confidence or arrogance. Either way, I'm fascinated. They who are not satisfied... The OSI... You don't... Any progress on that map? Please get it.
Oh, okay, that's true. All right. Yeah, let's go do that so we can get Max on board.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts my spirits.
I don't see why. Let's see. Where's there? Guys, I am legitimately like torn on whether or not I want to get Death Stranding. Like, legitimately. Legitimately. Let's see. Oh, what's that? Damn. We need, I need ammo, guys. Well, Edgewater's a dead little town, isn't it? Yeah. Oh man, these guys look tough. Better avoid them for now.
Here we go! Nice hit! Down they go! Let's see. So fucked up right now.
Seems the best way to get there right now. Right now. Whoa. All right.
Clever.
Is it, Parvati? Is it really? Oh, man. It's not the best choice. It's Spencer's choice. Oh, yeah.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Sure.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted. Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist School of Thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
I see.
Yes, you're right. Such are the workings of the equation. And I've only my own hubris to blame. I certainly never planned for this contingency. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew. Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well. Fantastic. I promise you won't regret this.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. It is my esteemed pleasure to serve as your crew vicar, Captain.
Well, come on, you two fucking losers. Let's get the fuck out of here. Ruth Bellamy, Ruth Bellamy, Ruth Bellamy. Meow.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. Fuck.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble?
Let's get to my ship. Oh no! Oh fuck! Yeah, I knew that would.
No!
I knew that would. I knew that would kill me. Damn, that fall damage is fucking brutal. Yeah, the jumping controls are a little floaty.
Clever.
Come out.
That's the last of them.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post. Well, because I've been thinking about what happens next. So much has changed since you walked into town. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your... Yeah, I've been thinking about... I had my misgivings about Miss McDevitt and the deserters, but... You took pity on them, and sent power to their garden even though you knew Mr. Thompson would hate you for it. All this time, you've been determined to get your regulator back, get your ship up and running, and cut a path out of this place. And not much of an Edgewater. My whole life, then I saw this shit. Yes! I mean, Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Yeah, Vicar. Let's see here. What you got? 9.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders. What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Lovely. Well, it's good and chilly outside. Fucking chilly. Goddamn chilly.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells. Based on my initial calculations of Dr. Wells's personality, that seems highly unlikely.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Ha 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 ha! The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.